thunder in the background. I'm in the middle of a thunderstorm, but it's okay. I'm under my porch. Hopefully it will work out. Hello everyone, how are you doing? I am filming on my laptop right now because, funny story, all 3 of my cameras, which my family owns, their battery all died. So you're just gonna have to bear with me while I film this video on my laptop. So one thing I wanted to talk about today was what to do on your first day of high school / first week of high school. About a week before you have your first day of high school is to take a tour of the school if it is possible. Not every school offers tours, but most do. So if you can get a tour, make sure to get a tour at your school. Make sure you understand how the rooms are numbered. For example, in newer schools, the first floor is 100 classes, second floor is 200, third floor is 300, etc. Older schools might not have that, so make sure you understand how the rooms are numbered. And then also you might want to check up to see if certain hallways have certain subjects associated with them. So there might be a science hallway with all the science classes in them. There might be a math hallway with all the math classes, and understand the layout of the school a little bit. And how long does it take to get from one side of the school to another? So in my grade 9 class, I had to go from my math class, which was on the 3rd floor on the one side of the school, to my drama class, which was on the 1st floor on the opposite side of the school. Fortunately, it only took me a minute if I didn't stop at my locker to get to that class. So if you have your schedule, make sure that you walk around to all of your classes and kind of time to see how long it takes you to get in between those classes. So another tip of advice is to go to grade 9 orientation if there is one. Some schools don't offer grade 9 orientation, but a lot of schools do, and if they do, make sure to go to it. So grade 9 orientation is an event where they give tours. It's an event run by staff and sometimes students. Where the classes are located, they might play games and activities with you to get introduce you to other students. They will get you to meet other teachers and ask them questions about certain subjects that you have interest in. So another thing you want to do before your first day is to find out which route your bus is. So different school boards have different routes or systems of how to run a bus. So some would go by color, some would go by numbers. So you should find out if you're on the purple bus, if it goes by color, or if you're on a certain number. Just make sure you know which bus. Another thing you need to do before the first day is to organize the stuff you need. So don't do it the night before, but make sure that you do it, I would suggest maybe a month before, and just so you know exactly what you need. So you may need a new backpack. It wouldn't be that good of an adventure to go and try to purchase a backpack before the first day of school. So make sure that you have a list of all the things that you need and slowly collect them as the months go by. You don't need to buy everything, but make sure that you have everything that you need. So on the first day or the first week, you're not running around looking for those things that you need for your classes. On the day of, you want to make sure that you dress in something that you feel comfortable in and make sure it's clean and it shows your personality but still fits the dress code. Even if you disagree with the dress code, make sure you follow it on the first day and any other day, because it gets you on with a good relationship with the teachers and staff. Even if you think it's ridiculous, please just follow the dress code because here. So to make sure that you pack lightly. So when you're gonna usually get your locker on the first day. You might get it before, but usually it's on the first day you get your locker. So make sure that you bring a few things that you can put in your locker and leave in your locker overnight. But don't bring absolutely everything that you're gonna leave in your locker on the first day. Try to span it out through the week so you can slowly put a few things in your locker that are gonna stay permanently in your locker or semi-permanently, such as like textbooks and certain binders. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Don't bring absolutely everything. Just bring a few things that you need throughout the day and a few things that you can put in your locker. Introduce yourself to someone you don't know. So when you enter class, even if you know someone from grade 8 or middle school, make sure that you introduce yourself to someone that you don't know. So of course say hi to your friend if you're friends with them, and sit with them, but make sure if there's another person you're sitting beside that you don't know their name of and never met them before, make sure to introduce yourself and ask what their name is and just kind of break the ice there. Because you're going to be spending the next 4 years depending on where you live. Where I live, it was 4 years. And you're going to get to know them, so it's good to have a good first interaction with these people, because first impressions do matter. Don't just stick with your friends. That's another thing. So don't, even if you had a really close friend in middle school, make sure to get to know the other people, because in high school, that's when a lot of people change and their interests change and they just grow as a person, just like we all do. So you might grow apart from that person because your interests might change because you've gotten older, and that's okay too. So it's just make sure that you have a lot of people that you know and you become friends with, and it's always good to have a big group of friends after lunch is to go to your class or start getting ready to go to class right away. So even if you might have 10 minutes to get back to your class, you want to make sure that you're not just standing around in the cafeteria waiting some more, because like I said about not going to your locker in between classes, you don't know how much time is needed to get to the next class. So as soon as the lunch bell ends, make sure to clean up your stuff, throw it in the garbage, go to your locker, grab your stuff, and head on to your next class. And if, let's say, that you have 7 minutes left of the break, then you can do that to read or go on your phone or whatever you want to do. But at least it's better to be super duper early than to be late. Once you get there, you'll probably understand what I'm talking about. It's okay to bring your backpack between classes. I see so many times younger students, they might feel insecure about lugging around this big backpack. It's better to bring your backpack even if you think you can carry it all, just in case, so you don't drop your pen and you don't lose things like that. And don't feel kind of this pressure from people to look cool and like carry around your binder or your purse that you might have. Just don't let people suggest that to you, or don't feel that way, because you're there to learn. And it doesn't matter if you feel dorky carrying around your backpack. It's okay, you're there to learn, and you don't look as ridiculous as you think you do. That's another great advice that I would give, is that you may think that you look ridiculous and weird and awkward, but chances are no one's paying attention to you, and it's fine, and you look normal because you're in high school and you're carrying around a backpack. Another advice is that you will get to class on time. So do not stress, even though I've talked about like not going to your locker on the first day. 5 minutes or whatever the time they give you is more than enough time to get to class. So don't stress about it too much. And then a second point of that is that you will have time to get onto the bus at the end of the day. So the staff purposely plans it so you do have more than enough time to go from your class, go to your locker, and then go on your bus, get nice and seated, and then you get ready to go home. So don't run to your bus. Your bus is you're gonna get there in time if you stay focused. So that is all for now. Hopefully I answered all of your questions. If you have any more questions, please feel free to leave them down below. I will hopefully either answer them, do a video on it, or I might do a part 2 of this video if you guys are interested. So make sure to leave your suggestions, comments, questions down below. Make sure to give this video a fantastic thumbs up if you found it helpful, and if you're excited to start high school this fall. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye!